I'm John Beaudin. Here's part 2 of our interview with Leah Marlene. This is Rock History Canada. If you want to see part 1 of this interview, it's on our new artist page. Now, some of the people we feature on our other channel, My Chill, are nationally known, but others should be and will be. Links to My Chill in the description of this video. She is the daughter of Honeymoon Suite guitarist Gary Graham, and she's an incredible talent. Part 2 of our interview with Leah Marlene.
Tell me about your mom, because your mom seems like she's a big influence on, and I always like talking about spouses, because a lot of the times in interviews, or moms, they never get the I know you're just raring. I can tell you're just raring to go right now. Talk about your mom. Go ahead.
I am, because she deserves so much recognition. And you're right, she doesn't really get that ever. But she is, so I have a brother too who is in art. He does photography and he's incredible, but she runs this family and all of our businesses. He has a business, my dad has his music business, and I have my own business. And she runs all the Facebook pages, and she's the momager, and will always be looking for opportunities. And just she bends over backwards to do anything for us towards just what we want to do and for our dreams. Not her telling us what our dreams should be, but whatever we want our dreams to be, she is in full support of that. And she literally just does everything for all three of us, my dad, me, and my brother. And yeah, she deserves so much recognition for that. Because it's priceless what she does for us, and just her support is insane. So thank you for asking about that, because she definitely deserves that.
It sounds like she's done a great job, and it sounds like her daughter will probably end up being in that, at least in that way, very much like her mom.
Well, thank you. That'd be really great.
But knowing is so hard when I'm searching for a dream. And I need perspective on what this really means.
Your biggest mentor in your life?
Okay, so this is hard because I've had so many incredible people in my life that I can't even begin to touch on. As far as musically, my high school music teacher, Sarah Williams, I had her since I was 7th grade unto graduation. And I would not be, I don't know where I'd be without her.
Where is she? Where is she situated?
As far as
where she lived, what high school, where was that?
Normal West High School in Normal, Illinois. And so, yeah, so she just completely believed in me and developed me for 5 or 6 years, and invested everything into me. She couldn't have poured more of herself into me. So musically, she was a huge person in just my development to be able to now go and do what I'm doing with the mentors that I now have in Nashville. I guess in general in life, definitely my parents for sure. Other wonderful, one of my family friends, their whole family has been a huge influence on me as well. But so many people, it's insane. I can't even begin. I've been very blessed with so many great role models in my life. But yeah, to keep it short, that's kind of the spectrum.
I can feel it. I think I've lost myself. I am restless. It's time for something else.
When I asked this last question, I just talked to Elton John's former guitarist, I think 3-4 times, and he's a Christian. I'm not a Christian. I'm a spiritual dude, but I think we're all praying to the same thing. For him, I knew what he was going to say. I said, Michael Bublé said, he said, well, all he said was, well, I have a close relationship with God, and that's fine. And I asked George Benson, who I'm pictured with up there, one of the greatest guitarists of all time. He's a JW. And that's being a Jehovah's Witness is a whole other thing.
Yeah.
But I respect anyone who plugs into something and gets something out of it. I have no right to tell them, right? But have you ever had, this is a question, long preamble, I know, Have you ever had a spiritual or religious experience?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I am also a Christian, and that, like, over everything else, that is the guiding thing of my life, the guiding mentorship and everything. So if we're talking not physical, like, human beings that are, like, in my life right now, then that would definitely be, like, the overarching thing. Yeah, it's interesting because I didn't become a Christian until I was, like, a junior in high school. So very much my perspective and just way I live my life changed drastically after that, very much to how it is now. But
was there a catalyst to that? What was the catalyst to?
Oh man, it's a long story. Once I really just discovered what Christianity was and not what all my misconceptions led me to think that it was, it changed really everything to see things as they are. And then, I don't know, once I began, like, really pursuing that relationship and viewing it as a relationship, not a religion or anything, like, Christianity can just be portrayed so grossly. There's a lot of gross, like, just not Christian things that happen in the church that are just so, it's really hard. If you're not a Christian, like, that's what you see. And so, like, getting past that and realizing that, like, that's not what Christianity is. That's how broken people, like, all, like, I am, like, live it out and do things, like, mess up sometimes. So just kind of removing the misconception and really just focusing in on the relationship and, like, the life-giving from that was definitely what did it. But it's a very long story.
I just wanna breathe deeply, taste the details of oxygen, feel the changing of the seasons, brushing up against my skin, out of place and out of body. I don't recognize myself, and I'm tired of pretending. And I used to be someone else, trying to be okay when I'm not okay today.
Who's your favorite Canadian artist?
Okay, off the top of my head, I would have to say Joni Mitchell because she is a queen and amazing. So. I've been sitting on so many songs that I have wanted to release, but I've just kind of been writing. And so I finally am like, okay, I'm gonna record these. And I've been very conflicted on how to package what, because I write everything, like rock to folk to jazz to blues to R&B to literally anything, and happy and sad and all the things. So it's really hard to figure out how I was gonna group them, but so what I'm doing, a few singles and then an album of but it's basically like a sad songs album, which sounds kind of lame, but this year has been a roller coaster, and there's so much. Usually my brand is very like, yeah, and like people expect a lot of excitement and joy and all that stuff. Not that that doesn't exist when things are hard too, but I just really think that before I put out any of the other stuff that is more hype or just not like borderline hype, I just feel like it's really important for me to share that part of myself as well.
I need a new perspective, a changing course direction. You know I hate the distance, but Houston, please don't bring me back, 'cause astronauts are better off in space.
So the whole thing with this album is just to really be able to meet people exactly where they are in the human experience, and like not let anything be like taboo or unspoken. Like wherever you're at is okay, and I just want my music to be a warm hug for any of that, and like just a feeling of like community that like you're not alone. So that's kind of what this is all about. It's really just about connecting to everybody else. And it's definitely something that you're going to listen to when you're in probably a certain mood. That's what's on the horizon. So I'm really excited for it. It's very, very honest and very genuine and authentic. So.
And I'm well aware of all I'm on. The infiniteness haunts my thoughts, and I know I can do better. Put myself together. But there's a trap I've fallen in, and I'm far too deep within.
Tell me about the choir thing. This is university, right?
Where I was singing Summertime.
Yeah, where was that?
So that was in Peoria, and that was actually my senior year of high school. I did that event weekend thing twice, but it's a thing called ILMEA, and almost like I know most states in the U.S. have something similar. Like IL is like Illinois, but it's like Music Education Association or something like that. And you basically audition, and it's people all throughout the state. That video that you saw was from all state. So there's district and then all state. So that was the jazz group that I was in, that I made it in my senior year, was the top 10 or 12 or whatever in the state, which was such an honor. It was so amazing. So that's what that video is. We basically got together for one weekend. We had, I don't even remember, I think it was like 2 days of rehearsal and then the show. And so that's what that was. But that was an amazing musical experience. I almost touched on that earlier. It was incredible. It was so fun. And like,
all sounded amazing. Like, wow,
Yeah.
like goosebumps.
they were insane, like absolutely insane. It was an honor to sing with them. That was one of my last jazz ensemble experiences, because I don't have that opportunity in college, and I definitely do miss that, because singing in a jazz ensemble is the best.
I didn't know how much I need you until I ran far away. I didn't know what I was missing until I saw the girl that stayed in a life that wasn't for her, in a life where I had made. But Lord, you're the great redeemer. Please would you put the lies to shame? I need help, Lord, I need your help. I need your help, Lord. I need
She's an incredible talent. Check out part 1 on our sister channel, My Chill. Links in the description of this video. Make sure you comment on our video, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin. This is Rock History Canada.